Master. Cleverly, so I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina can I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the thing, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We started a podcast by connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. That's not time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving up here and the premise from best. To work with my life without fear. From grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to G. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Russell, Rider, Sun, to Rockwood. From Maryland, Bronx, down to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Historic township of Crusoeville here in rural Maserati County. So His Excellency President Boakai and Her Excellency Madam Mason continue to So the two presidents continue to tour this township and also lay wreaths over former head of states here in the township of Crusoeville, rural Maserati County. So you can be positioned properly. I will move you quick. Gentlemen, move straight here, straight there. Right here, the black card. You already the black card. Yeah,
Correct. Yes, folks. Well, I'm okay. Don't be deterred. Yeah, we're okay. We're good. We are good to go. Yes. Today is Saturday. Is it the first or second Saturday? I think this is second Saturday in the month of May. And yes, indeed, we are good to go. We are definitely good to go, folks. Let me say the pleasant good evening to all of you, our dear cherry listeners, and our viewers. Those of you always burning your batteries and all your data and making sure that you follow all of our shows here on the SKTV, right here on Truth FM, also 96.1. From all of let me say, as I told the team, the head of this station, Honorable Laike Berite. Thank you for all you do. Thanks to the head of radio and programs, Odin Sumba Roberts. And thanks to all of our hard-working team, all our hard-working staffs, and to all of you. Many thanks to all of them. The happy weekend to all of you. Yes, it's good to be back, folks. We started yesterday on so many discussions, but it's good to be back. The rest of the team will be here very, very soon. I'm just starting with the board. That is, I'm now setting up the pace so that all of us as people, so you can know exactly what will be here today. So again, let me say a wonderful good evening. Please share the show. Those of you who just joining, let's share the show. Yeah, I guess you were just watching this video. Yes, indeed. I think the what kind of backado or what kind of country president in country? Yes, indeed. And I think the population of that country is somewhere around 200 plus thousand of people. Yes, indeed. But that's good. It's good to visit your fellow president, yeah, and know exactly what happening in their country, in their home, and what are the kind of load they are carrying and so forth. Yeah, so we're hearing so many news, so many things to talk about today, so many things. We started on the Friday. Is that Friday? Thursday, from Thursday to Friday, from Friday to Saturday. We're still going to continue, even though some of you follow the BBC. Liberia is on the BBC for what? For fake, yeah. Every time we got to set record, that's the only thing that me I like about this country. We just go and set records. So we people keep talking me. Oh, maybe we want BBC. Oh, maybe so what do you mean? We want BBC. And I'm also getting reports that some of the head of SOEs, they are not they are editing their previous oh God be God. They are not editing their portfolio. Yeah, that means they are editing their all of their people get their own long listing of qualification, thing that they get in life, all of the degree they get, how they get the other degree, how they get that, everything. You just see one man with more than 50, all kinds of things hanging on one man, you'll be thinking as to, but what going on? What's the problem like? Why can't the person, in fact, the person stay in a 40, but they get all of the kind of more certificates, degrees, but and they're not even performing. Some of the people, they're even worse than people who just have mass certificate. So again, they are editing, and they will continue to edit all of their criteria or what you may call it. But anyway, Ambassador K Press is right behind the scene. I'm seeing all of them setting up gradually, bit by bit. But please, folks, let's share the show. If you just joining us, this is the Saturday edition of the SKTV show. Steve will be here very soon, between Friday, Saturday. Steve always, he's the chief driver, yeah, he carry us through. Yeah, that's the way to go. So I'm just starting, but waiting for Steve to come on quickly. By the time Steve come on, then we continue with our discussions, our topics, social stuff, and so on. But let me see how best to get Ambassador K Praise on. People keep asking, oh, maybe one of the men are saying, do we go? And they want song here. What there will be remakes. Don't worry, some of you who've been thinking about the remakes to this song. But Ambassador, let me say a pleasant good evening and happy weekend from my end to you. What's up? Have a friend.
Thank you, Levon. Thank you. It's good to be back here today. It's all about the people, all about our country, and we have to stand up to it. So today, again, I'm here to join you and the many other panelists in discussing issues affecting our country and so that we can see how best we can address them. You know, if we do not talk about these things, I don't think we will see the change that we want. But if we continue to talk and talk and talk about the challenges our country is faced with, the people are faced with, I think our talking and everything, our advocacy on this show is going to make impact in the lives of the people of this country and our country as a whole. So it's good to be back. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's good to be back. Thank you so much. Let me recognize a few of our people. Muna just setting up behind the scene. Muna will be joining us very, very soon. Nimba Song, thank you so much. And I know who hiding behind that account, but that's good. You know, sometimes some of you don't want to be truthful to yourself, or you want to be insulting other people. If sometimes, look, show your identity. That will make you to be human. That will make you to be brave, strong, and intelligent. Well, when you have something, yeah, you know, ambassador, when you decide to hide yourself, then I mean, there's no need for all to even give you any kind of more maybe relevance or so forth, because you are hiding yourself, because you're hiding your identity. You see us, we want to see you too, so that we all can be able to discuss the forward march of our country. But if you hiding yourself, then who are you now? Then maybe
Neighbor, one of the reasons why many people hide themselves is because of the little they are putting in their pockets. You know, some of them feel that if they come on to talk against the ills in society, they feel that their pots will not boil anymore. They feel that what they are getting will not come anymore. So, and you know, they try to say kill something small. But I think Liberia is beyond everything, our country. So advocating for Liberia to mean well to everyone. This is everybody's business. It's not just a particular person's business. Everybody must come on to talk about Liberia and talk about how the country must move forward. You know, the things that are affecting the country. You know, so I don't think people should be hiding behind the scenes. Like some of
it is
us,
different.
we came to the front. We took the bullets. You know, I remember a
I like
story.
that.
You know,
I like
yeah, I remember.
mm.
Yes, I remember when I was coming down to Liberia in 2023 in the 3 day heat of the campaign. Everybody was like, "How will you go to Liberia? Are you sure these people will not kill you? Are you sure the former God, you know, like that?" I was like, "They cannot kill me. God is with me. I'm going to Liberia." You know, so you have to be out. You have to put yourself out. You have to be brave. You have to be a man to speak. You know, don't be afraid. You know, when we talk about revolutionaries, you must be brave. You must be able to stand up to the challenges and speak to national
The
governance.
people, yes,
Yes.
indeed, ambassador, the people who are hiding their identity, I think they are coward, because for me, let me be frank, whether some of you like it or not, the way we sound or not, look, we will talk. This country for all of us as people, and we all want the better for Liberia. So why we are come here and be using Jane John Brown in the name of advocating for what? I will bring my own face so that you can see me, the way you can say, you know, so you
Yeah.
can see me. Maybe you see my own name. You let me tell you, the that ambassador said quickly before I bring Muna in on. Let me be frank. Sometimes ambassador will receive a lot of trusting messages back to back, but we're not the chair for me. Look, when you send it to me, in fact, I can maybe reply to you. I say, thank God, saying you are the one that can get life, and you are the one that you think that can take away life. Because it's possible that when you are trying to come to Melbourne in the name of getting me down, it's possible maybe the motorcycle that bringing you car will hit you and you will fall. You don't even know. So that's
Yeah.
why you don't threaten people, because you don't know the life that you even carry, how you're going to end up. It's possible
Yeah.
that you are coming to hunt somebody, or maybe to get someone down, and you find yourself maybe into accidents. So thank you so much, Ambassador. But Mona is here, our sister. Mona, good evening, and had a weekend. What say you? Everything?
Yeah, Mr. Good evening to you, my dear brother Mayboy, and good evening to you, Ambassador K Praise, and our followers, supporters, callers, listeners as well. So to all of you, it's good to be back to this Saturday. It's German paid anyway.
I like that.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Everything is going
No, for some
smoothly.
people, because I feel of our people, ambassador, every time we come here, we use 5 or 10 minutes to share the show. So we want our list for all to reach close to 400 to 500. Then we can start our
Yeah.
discussion. Yeah, so please let us do also, ambassador. If you have answer maybe to the Facebook, you can also do the other share. Yeah, so Muna people I recognize our people while we do the
Let me
sharing, and
say
we can also.
myself to you and welcome. Say Jacobs.
Muna, are you there? is that Muna is facing some technical problem. Yes, but so we want to say, folks, to those of you who just joining us, indeed, a wonderful weekend, a pleasant good evening. Let me welcome a few of our people. Say Jacobs, thank you so much for joining us, and James David, you should always follow us on the platform. Thank you so much, James David. Ali Donso, thank you so much, Rebecca. Cashier, thank you so much, and you move through. Asadu Mensa, our own, our boss lady, who always with us here on the show. Thank you so much. Mohammed Kola said, but you block me, maybe. Block me. Sometimes you can leave the issues and you want to insult. And some of us, we're not here for that. So when you want to insult, instead of you discussing another issue for me, I get you off the hand. Look, maybe I don't insult people. So when you want to insult me, instead of you discussing another issue, then I leave you. And then I'll not stress my stress now. so that's the problem, Mohammed Colette. I don't know, maybe yeah. So we'll be there again. Mustafa Balo, thank you so much for joining us. And Ketere, is that Ketere Tobogi? Yes. Thank you so much, Ketere Tobogi and Nimason. Keep writing back to back. My brother, nobody's stopping you from saying what you want to say. It is your right, but also it is our right to talk. Also, likewise, you're right. Thank you. And Muna is here. Yeah, so
Sandy,
Muna, I just recognize all of our people, so I think we can now start the ball rolling. Give us the latest update in Zwedu, coming from Zwedu, Granjile County. Robert Fasulu Jackley. Thank you, my dear brother, for always following us. Yeah, go ahead, Muna.
Okay, nothing much in Granjile County, just about the cleanup exercise from the Zwedu City Corporation. They are making sure everyone clean their surroundings, all those makeshifts along the street. They are taking them all down. Also telling people to make sure that they recondition their bathroom, because if your bathroom is not in good condition, you're gonna break your bathroom down. Also, if you fail to clean your surroundings, you'll be found 5,000 LD, or you will face court action. But other than that, it's where you Grand Nigeria is relatively calm. Everyone going about doing that normal thing as usual.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So let me go back to the ambassador. Well, quickly before I go to the ambassador, as far as we are concerned, nothing much happening in the national capital or as well here, apart from the usual politics, the impasse of the lower house here continue, and hopefully, I think on the 13th, the house will resume. So we are waiting to hear exactly what's going to happen at the Capitol building. Whether the embattled speaker Jay Fonante Kofa will resign or not, that has been hugely discussed in the corridor. So yes, apart from that, we still observing all of the happening, especially when it comes to the economy, how the president and how the rescuers, how they're going to rescue our people with the fake degree also that have been going, that job that have been lesson have been revoked by the LMDC. Also, that news also spark of mixed reactions from the public land. The people are now talking that our health sectors is not safe, because if you have medical practitioner who have a fake degree, then that alone put a lot of risks to our health sector. So they are also thinking or praying that they have people, they do better in cracking down those people who have fake degree. So yes, apart from that, ambassador, nothing much. And like I said, we're moving very strong back home in Liberia. But I don't know what your own observation, maybe some of the news that also caught your attention that you want to tell us about.
Okay, thank you, Maybon. I think my attention has always been drawn to the fact that our country has been divided. As I speak to you, from the look of things and everything, as a peace ambassador, I'm speaking currently from that background, looking at what the United Nations mission is, especially in looking at countries being peaceful and looking at how people can live together, people can coexist. I think at this point in time, Liberia is divided. The country has to be reconciled. we need to make sure that our people come back together so that we can be able to live in peace. I just discovered that there is a particular group of people who are on the other side, and another group is on the other side. And when you become a president, you are immediately or definitely the head of the nation, and you govern everyone. From the onset of this government, this regime, I have noticed that, and I have been praying about it, and I've also been advocating about it, talking about how the divisiveness in the country, talking about how a group of people are just for government and another group are on the other side. Majority of the people. So we are talking about being one. We're talking about unity. We're talking about how to develop this country. But you cannot develop this country when the people are divided and when the nation is divided. So I have been pushing that point on my own side, talking about how Liberians can be united and our country can be united again so that we can have one face, so that we can all see one person as a president. But when you come to power and you bring on board divisiveness, removing some group of people and calling them opposition or calling them names, and then you just cling to a particular group from your party, that divisiveness has actually hindered our country. It has destroyed this country, and this is one of the reasons why the development we want to see, we will not see it, because the country is divided. There is no unity. It is incumbent on the government to be able to unite the people. When you come to power, you unite the people. It's 15 counties. You bring together the people. But in this case, Liberians and Liberia has not been brought together. The country has been divided, and because of that, I think the development that we want to achieve, that we all look up to, we cannot achieve that development. That's my focus. That's what I'm focused on now.
All right, thank you so much, Ambassador. We'll get back to you. One of our colleagues already just enjoyed our Monk. Regina Monk is right here with us. Monk, let me say good evening, my dear brother, and a pleasant weekend to you.
Yeah, what's up, Mabel? And what's up to the rest of the audience and the panelists? Today is Saturday. I usually don't show up on Saturday. I thought Steve would have been here by now, but I don't see him anyway. So, but anyway, it's good to be here. I will be out of here for a little while. You won't hear from me anytime soon after today. So I gotta make my final appearance just before I take a little break. Like my whole week and the months ahead, going to be very, very tight. Schedule going to change a little bit. I texted Sekou yesterday, but he didn't even reply. I think he was so busy. But that's it. I'm here.
Yeah, wonderful, my brother. Like you've been passing through and all throughout your time, even though if you are sometimes busy, but you follow some of the happening on the internet and so forth. What are some of the news maybe that caught your attention during the time of our show? Monk? Monk?
Hello? Yeah, hello. You hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you. I'm asking you what are some of the news that come to your attention during the hours in between before our show.
Well, not much except for the fake degree or credentials or whatsoever. That's the culture we have created in Liberia. Everybody want to work in government, and we sold people on this idea about degree. The one thing that I know, school only teach you for your memory. School only going to reward you for your memory. All the skill set that you need to succeed in life are not taught in school. I keep telling people all the time. And he's not the only one. It's happening almost everywhere. And that's why I tell you, when you look at our past officials or present government officials, even the one that fortunate to come to the Western world, they come here and get some piece of paper within 12 or 14 months. And the next thing they believe that they can change a country. You never had a job, don't even have basic entry level skills, and you want to go to a country and be the head of critical institutions. So at the end of the day, they are always learning on the job. And that's one of the many reasons our country is a failure. You don't have hands-on experience. You never work in any professional institution. You go back to Liberia, you want to be a minister or deputy minister. Where you think you're going to get a result from? Success is not a random event. It's very hard to be successful in everything. And even to become successful, it takes an extraordinary of skills and overtime that you have to build. I'm talking about hands-on experience in any career field to become a success. So I can't blame him. It's just that it exposed him, but it's happening in every sector of our government. That's why you see happen, because that's a culture we have created in Liberia. You send someone to school, you give them government scholarship, the next thing they want to come and to be some politician or some how they call it, a business administration. The next thing you know, the back in Liberia looking for a job rather than even getting your job here. So it's a sad thing. I know there are a lot of people maybe who can authenticate some of the malpractices that happen because they say he came from somewhere. I know from Jeremiah Hospital in Nima. So who know the kind of damage? Maybe that's why we're having a lot of deaths from hospital and misdiagnosis because the people that are doing this job, they're not even professional. They don't even have the hands-on experience or the kind of hours of practice that you need to be able to develop to give you result. So maybe that's one of the many reasons. I think that was the only story that caught my attention, and this whole thing about the video circulating about going back to review the promises made by the president concerning those international trips from the 5 billion from HPX, 3 billion from China, the South Korean or trip Indonesia. The last time I checked, they had some business investment forum in Atlanta, another one was held in Dallas, but you cannot point to one of the outcome of all these conferences and travels and meetings. We're still waiting, even though we are in the second year, and the agenda keep rotating and having different nomenclature. Now we are to Kappa Kulundo after coming from the arrest to the arrest agenda for inclusive development. Then we went to the CDA's counter development agenda. I don't know. So we still watching to see or waiting to see. It's 6 years. We're into year number 2. Maybe they just might deliver before the 4 years come to an end. Who knows? But I'm not placing my heart on that anyways. I'm not going to bet.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mark. Even though we are in the BBC, not for the right reason, but we are in the BBC News, that BBC News Africa, as part of a qualification audit, the Liberia Medical and Dental Council, NMDC asked Peter Matthew George to provide his professional certificate, which of course he refused. So I think we are in the news, and I think all of us here we're going to chip in on that. Like you said, then we move back to the ambassador of statement about peace and reconciliation, hatred between us as people. So yeah, so that move back to the entire certificate, in fact, fake degrees and so forth. And there are also news coming in, Mark, or in fact the rest of you. I'm going to ask all of you this question, but there's also news, unconfirmed reports that some of the heads of the SOEs, they are also editing or in fact trying now to remove some of their credentials that they've been placed up. But again, so let's move back. I think Mr. Cannon will be joining us very, very soon. So yeah, so Ambassador. All right, so Mr. Cannon is here, but let me welcome Mr. Cannon quickly. Then I'll go to you, Ambassador, as to what stage you when it comes to the entire fake degree stuff. But let me welcome Mr. Cannon first. Mr. Cannon, good evening, and what's up? How the weekend?
I'm doing great. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for what you do, for keeping the show going. And Ambassador K. Price, my friend, good to see you. And it has been a pleasure talking to you in the back. But hopefully we will meet one day, one of these days in Liberia. Hopefully that will be on a very good note, on a happy note. Yeah, but I'm glad to be here as always, Steve, Mayborn, and Monk. Monk, my man, I overheard you talking about the other guy. You're waiting for me or what? You're waiting for me to come before you can show face?
But I mean, you stayed on late last night, remember? We came home almost 2 o'clock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
yeah. Anyway, Monk, my man, I heard you say that that you texted me. I didn't see any new text. And, remember the communication we had the last time about people, your response to that, that's what I saw. I didn't see any new one, especially from Messenger. So I'm sorry. I'll call you after the show, Mongo Talk, okay?
All right. Yeah.
So, yeah, Mayborn, it's good to be here. I'm excited that I'm here with all these great people. And we have a full house today. So we have our chief analyst, Mongo, is here. Our Fire for Fire, Steve is here. And, our pastor and, easy-going guy who is also knowledgeable on a lot of issues. Ambassador K. Price is also here. And, Muna, you cannot have a sad moment with Muna. Once Muna is here, the show is set. Muna, how you doing? It's been a minute.
I'm okay. It's just kind of okay. That's good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Honestly, it's just like
Okay.
extremely busy, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah. That's,
The best thing you can ask for is good health, right?
yeah. Sure.
And
Sure.
as long I'm doing my exercise, if I don't go to the gym, as long as I do my push-up on time, I'm good.
Okay.
Because when you're sick, you can't really do push-up, right? You can't do anything. So
Yeah.
once I'm in good health, I must be grateful to the Almighty. Yeah, Melbourne. So I'm glad to be here.
And I'm also seeing my brother, the man who's supposed to be controlling the show today, because every Friday and Saturday I turn over to you and that of Steve, because at least so that you people can get us going. But again, before you people come on, we were into other discussions like the fake degrees and so forth. But before that, let me welcome Steve and be able to reduce my height and turn over the platform. But before that, Steve, my brother, good evening to you, and what's the you had a weekend? I think you are muted, though, Steve.
Yeah, it's a good weekend. It's going really, really well. Thank God. I'm very excited. In fact, I don't normally talk about my personal life in public or what I do or where I go or what's going on with me. But I'm excited today because today is an extra day. Today my son's birthday. And so I squeeze up time to be able to come in. No, let me tell you the thing here. Nobody that's one boy. We now have children there. We leave that thing with nobody. See, we leave a long time ago. We just leave that story. But so I just been telling. Nobody call me in the morning. Nobody time you call me, I was in the middle of somewhere. But having a good time. Later on, me and Mr. Cannon, the whole day just looking good because again we playing last night. We chilled all night. Almost 2 o'clock in the morning, we're outside. The next day we'll be outside big, So, I mean, what else we can get for that kind of life? Yeah, we're not drinking, we're not womanizing, we're not stealing, we're not gossiping, we're just chilling. Yeah, correct chilling too. So, hey there, brother, it's a cool weekend. It's a cool weekend though. Tomorrow is the air classic. I know Mr. Kane, I saw in the past, yeah, Mr. Kane and Melbourne will be in bad feelings tomorrow. I will call them. Yeah,
well, thank you. Thank God that two of you so you were all enjoyment spree, right? And you're forgetting about the massive. Anyway, no problem. Mona, you hear it though.
Yes, Steve. Steve good at giving update.
Yes. All right. So Steve, so Mr. Connor, you and Steve, I've turned over to you people, even though we started with the fake degree stuff, and I will ask the ambassador to give his own take, because most started with that, and that just so been good, even though BBC placed us in the news for the wrong reason, or in fact for the reason of us having credential audits and having one of our data who been parading around with fake degrees and so forth. So it's back to you people. I think
yeah. And then I took the word from Amy and Sekou Marvel, because last night when we're driving around the city, that one of the discussions we're having. Was it like woman being a woman bombing? I left woman business. Let me tell you. I told you why I left. What are you talking? I don't on different level, my brother. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm on a department there. Nothing wrong with that one. But let's move on to the issue. So, the problem I'm not afraid to say that. Yes, that is why what that's to I will be worried about that one. Read that story, brother. So, last night me and Sekou were talking about this, and I made a comment. He started laughing because most of the Sekou can prove most of the laughing, what we together. And the comment I'm about to make, it will sound like a joke, but it's very serious. I stand with a guy with a degree, Benny. I stand with him. Let me tell you it now. Your God makes priorities, and the thing that's all mayor vest, it can mayor vest. There's someone coming out with a degree, mayor vest. When Joseph Yuma Bwaka, the sitting president, lied to you to become president, lied to you and brought machine in the country, lied to you on your budget. Steal from your right. You're not there, but I will. That somebody get fake degree you're passing around with. You got missed priorities in that country. You got missed priorities in that country. You got World Trade Center right over there. Why are you there with the man? I'm not there with him. The amount of people that dying because of the stealing and the corruption, the last in the country, more than that man degree that he got. So if you won't get there with anybody, you get there with Joseph Boakai. At the plate that the people in here will be getting there with because we're on the top. Oh, you're not getting there with Joseph Boakai who lied to you and fool you. You're not there. You're there with one other guy who go get a degree and was medical doctor for a while. And I see your passing around saying he takes somebody's kidney, you get other one, the other one. The plan you take the kidney in a Joseph in a Jeremiah hospital. Why I can't go to the hospital and go protect? Why I can't get there? You leave people, man. I don't get time. I stay with that man. And nothing will come from out of that case. You're watching see. Nothing will come from inside your man, not even your leaving. You're different. You're not still another group of people. You'll leave us. The day you're serious, we know you're serious. The man that will go on the sky one day and get a fake degree. You know how long that man been operating with that fake degree? You got governments upon governments that can't nobody say anything. You're Leo, man. You're gonna get fed. You're Leo. I stand with the man. The man, in fact, the man is my hero.
So, yeah, so Mabel, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Kane, I'm getting you to go ahead.
Yeah, so honestly speaking, when it comes to the fake thing in Liberia, our people, we can cherry pick which one to talk about or which one to take serious. And sometimes not all of us are qualified to actually talk about fake things in Liberia when majority of our people are fake. So that doesn't mean that those who are involved in those, behavior, are good people. No, it's not. But it's like when we involve in mob justice to, put fire on people and kill them for $1,000, then we celebrate folks who are stealing millions of dollars every day from us. So we can't get it both ways. If you're going to punish somebody for doing something ugly, it doesn't matter the magnitude, whether big or small. Punish everybody. That will serve as a deterrent for everybody. But to cherry pick in our approaches when it comes to bad things happening in the country is not good. Say, for example, I'm not going to, this is not personal, but I'm just going to be honest to give you a case in point. Stanton Witherspoon, for example. Stanton Witherspoon went to court. He was guilty. He confessed that he was involved in a fake degree scheme wherein they made about $104 million United States dollars, involving over 200 people, putting at risk the life of millions of people in the United States. I'm not saying I want to see him go to jail. I'm not saying I want to see him punished because that's him. Some people can do bad things and get, and go free. Some people are not that lucky. But what I'm trying to say is, as a matter of fact, is that the same government officials, from the president down to the least government officials, and other Liberians, they celebrate that gentleman. In fact, they go there, he will investigate them, he will be calling some of them criminals, he will be calling some of them fake degree holders, when he is the master of all degree, fake degree creation. They produce 7,000 plus fake degree for over 7,000 nurses. But even the president, who we have right now, benefited from that fake degree money. He was on payroll. He was receiving money, $3,000 a month from Costa. Costa was the loan officer, and the bank was sitting with a spoon. Up to now, the Unity Party vice president is just a phone call away from standing with a spoon. So they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. So our government and officials of government and politicians, majority of them, they have no integrity, no proud. So it bothers me to see people who celebrate the same kind of people will go amok when they hear about something like this. This is not a good thing. But we don't even know how many of these guys are out there. But we cherry pick. We only care about certain people, but we play, deaf ears to people that we consider leaders or people who are celebrities, who have money. So for me, it's not a good thing. Hopefully that guy, he will stop doing that. And those of them who are doing it, they should stop it because putting other people's life at risk. But it's not a big news to me because Liberia, we settle for things like that. And it's not a big deal to us. So yeah, maybe that's my answer to your question. It's not a big deal to me because we think it's a good thing in Liberia.
Great. Steve, I already say is, you are saying you're the ambassador of, but Muna, what say you with the entire degree issue, fake degree, and also we get a report that some of our government officials, they are now trying now to do the best thing, that is they removing some of their quote unquote, we can say there are so many degrees or certificates and so forth. What say you with the entire thing?
For everybody, their country ain't ready in their country yet. Their country will make you fun in their country, ain't ready yet. They got a lot of things are happening in this country. But it's that once you're now on our path, they will get to you. For me, the degree thing is a very bad thing because the position doctor and thing they try that with that type of degrees and thing is very bad because to the human people who you treat and thing, maybe sometimes you do things not good, it will affect the person become something. But their country won't ready yet. We got a lot of people in the country that their fake degree they can lie, that credentials are not correct, but it's not lie. We can do nothing about it. We can do nothing. We will leave them, they go. We will leave them, they work in government. They get in service, they get all the minute. We're going for them. But the moment they got it, we're taking it running away. Their country, we're not ready for ourselves in the country yet. We're making fun in the country yet. Libraries are not ready for Liberia yet. Because it's ready for the country, a whole lot of things going on in the country, we'll do checkmate. We'll start following for records, following our records and things when you work in government or whatever for that matter, when you put it in government and things, we'll follow the track records to see. But we can't go for that. Because once my interest, I put it there. They put that interest. My interest, that I carry us in the country, my interest. Maybe once they're making me, you work out on my interest, I know that my interest not fit, that my interest document not correct, that my interest get bad record, that my interest there, track record is not clean, but we put that person there because my interest. I'll put them there. That's what happened in this country. Because we're ready, you're making fun in this library, I'm not ready for library. When we're ready for this country, we will do things the right way. But then, we stay there. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Muna. And I think Mark already started, but Mark, you want to chip in quickly on that before we transition maybe to another topic?
Well, I think Mona said everything. That's just what it is. It's about your connection. That's it's a cultural thing. It's not only happening with this guy, it's been happening for the past 35 to 40 years. It was the same nonsense that turned our country into a trash today with the same progressive. People that came here that never had no hands-on experience, that never understood how a functioning society worked. They thought that by coming to school for 12 or 14 months could make them be capable of running a country. And I keep telling folks, in Liberia, it's just about choice. It's not about the education or whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, these people, that's why when you come from this country or anywhere, the moment they notice you that you're somehow different, they don't want you closer to power. They can identify you because they want to be the one running the show. The one that are incompetent, they are the one that are always afraid. They don't want any other Liberian that got experience, that know what they are doing. No, they don't want them closer. And at the end of the day, they will be the one running the show. Like I said, this guy came from Nema country, so I guess he's closer to the vice president. How you think he was able to ascend to such a position? And it's not only with him. We're just talking about him today, but there are hundreds of them that are in every sector of the government are the one calling the shot. And until we can start finding the people who know exactly what they are doing, my brother, at the country, everything is political and everything cannot be political. That's why the country keeps struggling. Even in the politics, the people who can get results, no, they will skip them. So the people themselves who are being impacted, they are the ones feeling this culture. They are the ones sponsoring the kind of a result that we are getting with these fake people. Because at the end of the day, you come over there, you tell them, say, I can do that, I'm capable, I got the experience. No, they won't take you. Even the ones that are giving them results, they still won't put them in the position of authority. So, my brother, who am I to question about a guy who came over with a fake degree? That's it.
Well, thank you, Monk. Quickly to the politics. Let's digress really quick. Mr. Kane, let's start with you on this one. We are hearing about a protest for July 17, and it's all around the place. What say you? Another protest or a protest for July 17? I mean, what say you?
Personally, I don't really have problem with somebody staging a protest. If I am the one actually planning a protest, I would prefer a spontaneous protest where you don't plan it, where you don't have people negotiating in the back, people using protest as a way of making themselves some good money. We saw it with the June 7 protest, and we saw it with the December's protest. So there were people who people trusted, people respected, but yet, they went ahead and took money, and they saw the people's fight for chicken change, and where are they today? So protest is one of those fundamental rights under our laws. So it's not a bad thing to have protest. And I think Liberian people should get used to that. Liberian people should get used to protesting. And sometimes, that's the hypocrisy in Liberia, Melbourne, and Mong, and everybody on here. In Liberia, we are not in power. Everything is good. Everything is legal. Everything is your fundamental right, is your constitutional right. But once we are in power, then they are forbidden. They are illegal. They are unconstitutional. Protest is legal. Protest is clearly stipulated in our guiding principle document, which is the Constitution. So if I were in Liberia, as long as the protest is not violent, as long as it's not throwing stone, vandalizing people, properties, and attacking people, as long as you are doing it, speaking truth to power, communicating your concerns to the leadership, it's not bad. Even beyond that, the Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution gives the Liberian people the power to choose what to do. So we have the right to change our leaders when and if our happiness or well-being depends on it. And look at Liberia today. People are not happy. People are suffering. And the government is involved in rampant corruption on a daily basis. And the people are protesting, they're not protesting to stage of coup d'etat. They are protesting to tell the president to do what is right. And I don't think that's a bad thing. So I 100% support protest. I don't support any violence. You know, like many people have been talking about protests across, coup d'etat across Africa, to include Guinea, Niger, Chad, Burkina Faso, Gabon, and all those areas. I've said to everybody, personally, I don't support coup d'etat. I don't let president that engage in coup d'etat. People are engaged in coup d'etat. That's me. For protest, anything that's legal, I'm 100% for it. That's it.
Okay. Let me add Brother Prince here. Brother Prince, there is a alleged or a looming protest for July 17th, from what we've read or heard or seen. What is your take on the protest, and especially with former Chairman Moluba Molu going around doing publicity about it or whatever it is? What is your take?
Yeah, Steve, thank you. You know, I think that is the only way that people can express their grievances or what bothers them. And this is why the Constitution has given us the right to gather peacefully. I don't think any civilized government will want to go against a protest that will gather, that will bring together the good people of the country, people who want to see their country being or going in the right direction, people who are disenchanted. And the only way this disenchantment or these feelings can be expressed is through protest. It's through peaceful gathering. So I think it's necessary, and we want to see more of that. If we can see protests going on in Liberia, I'm talking about peaceful protests every week until this country is developed, that will be good. And if this will change Liberia, then it's welcome. So I think nobody should stand against a protest when that is the only means that people have to express their feelings. And so it's welcoming, and I think every well-meaning Liberian should join this process to be able to speak to the government so that we put their feet on fire to doing the right thing. And so the protest is welcoming. And I want to say congratulations to Mother Molu, who has taken the lead, and then other advocates who are going around and trying to mobilize the people to come out and speak to their government. If we keep silent as other people and we have fear and we think that if we talk or if we get on the street, that we will be killed, then we are not patriots, and then we are not revolutionary. So it is very, very important that every Liberian have the mind of patriotism to be able to stand up, to speak to the ills of society, especially when it comes to mass gathering, things, where we can be able to address the things affecting our people. So we should accept this. We should embrace it with happiness. So I embrace it, and I wrote an article to my people in Abuja, and I told them, I said, Liberia is going through a process, and that process is between the government and the people. And the people are now they are now coming out to speak. So why can't we welcome this? We got other eyes are watching this protest, international and international scene. They are watching this country. They are watching the people.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me go to Monk. I want to get a twist of this conversation because there's a few words.
If anybody talking, please let's mute ourselves so that way we can be interfering with other people's stuff.
Yeah.
In the background.
I want to go to Monk really quick because I think Mr. Kana and K Prince used a word here that is important, but in most cases not guaranteed, such as peaceful protests. We know historically, Monk, that every time people have gone out to protest, even the kids from school, the students, I'm not talking about the university students, the children from high school and other places, the government under Joseph Yuma Boaka has used the police to brutalize them. Should the Liberian people decide to come up for protest, and that Mr. Kana and Kepre said they support a peaceful protest, should the government send the police or whoever it is to come and brutalize them, water them, spray them with water, whatever it is. What do you think, Monk? How do you think this could end up?
Well, that's it. The Constitution calls for peaceful assembly, and that's it. It's a constitutional right. The only thing you cannot guarantee is the outcome of the constitutional right. We welcome protests. And protest is a very good thing. It reminds the government that we are watching you, we are keeping your feet to the fire. But there are certain times you can almost predict the outcome of a protest, especially when you look at the people behind the protest. Or why am I protesting for? Because every protest carries an inherent risk. The question is, if you are protesting for a just cause and in good faith, then it becomes a legitimate protest. But when your protests carry all indication of politics because you think you can score political point, then it become an issue. Because don't forget, we have a fragile state. We got a situation going back to the 80s about protests. We can guarantee your protest, but the only thing is the outcome is what we cannot guarantee. Now, when you got sentiment in the country and where you got host impasse and fake credential and people taking people off the government payroll because they were in alignment with another party, then it means you keep increasing the risk. And not only that, the same economic factor we keep talking about bringing an investor, the more protests you engage in, it also reduces the country's standing when it comes to business climate because they see the country as being unstable politically. So protests got a negative and a positive impact as well. Let me tell you something. The whole protest for me, the way how I see it, is just to score political points because the people who are behind the protest, I don't think they are doing it genuinely. The reason I say this, in the history of Liberia, there was no time in Liberia's history that a certain government organized or counter protest. Do you know what it means for the opposition to say we are going to protest? Then the government also pay people to get in the street to counter protest. It happened on the previous government. And Moluba Molu was the chairman for that party that was in power by then. So the idea that he's going to launch a protest because he believes somebody is disrespecting the constitution, no, I'm not buying into that. They believe that if they can stage a protest, it gives them some political leverage or political advantage. That's why they protest. It will also die on natural death like the previous protest or whether you call it the save the state when people compromise. It's all about money. It's all about leverage. It's all about scoring political points. So I can tell you with this one, I'm not telling people to stay home. If you believe there is a reason for you to go and protest, go and protest. But if I were in Liberia, trust me, I'm not going to leave my house to go waste my time behind some crowd calling me a protest because I know the true intent for that protest is not about constitutional matter. Matter of fact, the previous administration also committed some of the most egregious violations of the constitution. So to believe that you are going to protest because someone is violating the constitution, no, that's a waste of time. That's how I see it. But it's up to people to make
How do you respond to Monk's assertion? Because I mean,
yeah, so
it's a tricky one.
So it like read my mind. I was about, I want to categorically and respectfully disagree with Monk. Protest, Monk and I and all of us, we have spoken about against something that we don't want to make Liberia as a classical between the past government and the current government, like the way we're going to defeat Barcelona tomorrow, and then all Madrid people will be happy, and then Barcelona will be sad. We don't want to reduce Liberia like that. Going to the past government, whenever these government flaws are pointed to, that's not going to help us as a country. I think we should hold everybody accountable for what they do for a given time. Whether it's Moba Molu, whether it's somebody else from the previous government or other political parties. This is why some of us believe that if protests going to be a serious protest, it should be spontaneous. It should have no leader, no particular leader that you can point to on social media or in person that people can run to. If Liberian people are serious and they are angry, somebody can start a protest for something. Other people who are angry for different things can get involved to express their feelings to their government. few days ago or a few weeks ago, there were a lot of Liberians that expressed their anger because of Joseph Nima Boakai refusal to respect the Constitution of Liberia. If, let's talk about the past government, Steve, if Liberians could stand up for themselves, seeing the country being stalled for almost 8 months because of politics orchestrated and executed by Joseph Nima Boakai government, thereby leaving the country ungovernable, that's a good reason to protest. A Liberian should protest. Joseph Boakai openly lying to the Liberian people that he had a gentleman agreement to use millions of Liberian people dollars. It turned out to be a lie. That's a good reason to protest. Liberian Minister of Popular Works lie. They took $22 million. You know why Liberian people protested against Jovial government? Because it was an alleged $16 billion missing. The Liberian people got up. Political leaders, including Joseph Nima Boakai, Unity Party people, Alexander Cummings, all those big names, they all protested. I know it's a bad thing for Jovial government or the CDC party to have somehow organized or counter-protest. That's the reason why they are removed. So going back to them is immaterial. It's not important. They are removed because the level of incompetence that they displayed during the time of leading the country. They showed to the world that they were not able enough to run the country. Who judged that? How will you have a government you're protesting against your peaceful citizens? That's the reason why they are removed. But not because they are removed now, then that gave the right to Joseph Nima Boakai government to do the thing, even doing the worst. So for me,
thank you.
I think it's the right thing for people to protest. Whoever want to go protest is their right under the Constitution. Doing comparison between past government and this government will not help. Let's hold government. That's why we have one government at a time. Whatever government is there in place, if they're not doing good by the people, it is the right of the people to stand up and hold them accountable. And that's exactly what people are trying to do. It doesn't matter who was in power a few years ago.
Thank you. Let me go to Muna now. I'll get back to Cape Prince here really quick before I go to Melbourne, and then I'll maybe take a stab at this conversation. What say you, Muna? Do you think that people should protest, or do you think what's going on, or do you think this is the same thing?
For me, like I said always on the show, this country, we are not ready in this country. Liberians are not ready for Liberians. We are not ready for ourselves. We're going to protest in the country. You will protest without end result. You can't get nothing good. They will say they will go protest, they will go in the street in the morning. Nothing good, no good in come in that protest. Because as soon as government says when you protest anything, some will come up and they'll go in the side and take something from there, they get some envelope, and you can't get nothing in this country. The country, we are the cause of our problems. Protest. Again, you can see nothing for inside. And every result, it happened to some year doing a CC time. They protest here. Why came from inside? Nothing. They pray again for another one. That's more again. They're preparing. So we want to see how far. You know what in their country? You see, I want to ask Cape Prince about our song he sang. We are go. So I don't know what I go business. Because it didn't my question correctly. Oh, they have protest. They have song because. We are the cause of our problems. We see the person should go. That person is not doing the right thing. The person do the right thing. When the person put it inside air, we forever regret it. The general from the frying pan to the fire, how the country. The country will not ready for ourselves. The country, the thing will go into the country. We are ourselves cause of it. We are the cause of our own problems. Until we can ready for ourselves, then Liberia will be better. But until then, We stay there. That papers and Samsung, yeah, we are go. They want to bring to us, and I know how we're going to. So we cause our problems. Seriously, they're going to ready for us here. We're ready yet.
Thank you. More what Mr. More, maybe what say you before I kind of keep praying?
Well, so again, let me say thanks to Mr. Connor. I think he knew it because sometimes when we say these things, people want to say you did that. So because somebody once upon a time the person was criminal, so that means the person not have no right to talk about things. No, they do. So for me, in short, I agree with Mr. Connor that indeed it is the right of all Liberians to come out to protest. But what's the reason of you protesting? And how you going to protest? That won't matter. What they say, oh, the person yesterday, Joseph Walker, or the president of Liberia, openly told Liberians that in fact is squandering a bumper opportunity. Oh, so you're not here that time when you're protesting? Oh, so what was he the right messenger by then to protest on June 7th? No. But again, that's the life that we have to live. So, Steve, it is the right of all Liberians honor the Constitution to protest peaceful example. Let me tell you some of the reasons that you just mentioned, Steve, about sometimes the way they are our security, the way they react. And you are right. I think this government should be ambassador for protest. Give open opportunity to people to protest and work for them. Because what you've been in the banger for very long time, they call you the progressive. Do you know what I mean? You've been protesting from 1970 up to now. You are still protesting. So you are the in fact, you should be the ambassador for protest. So let people look up to you and say, no, during the turn of former President Walker regime, people will go up in the street or go out there and protest peacefully. Even they will get them water, they will get them food to eat after they go home. That for me, I think that this I think I want to see, but not beating on students what the security officers are doing, and that's wrong. So most of the time, the security officers themselves can always cause most of the chaos because the way they will react, the way they want to prevent the people, the way they want to do things, sometimes this thing, just change into another form. I was there June 7th. I was on my June 7th protest. I saw so many things, and we can give an account of some of these things. But at the end of the day, the protest organizers always see the show that Mr. Cannon said. At the end of the day, the poor people will always suffer, and they go ahead and take all of the glory, all of the money and so forth. And the poor people suffer.
So, Steve, just a second before you go to K Prince. Let me say this. The June 7 protest was by and large organized by the COP. Mo Ali was third in command in COP. Tara Dillon was the chairperson of the board of the COP. Joseph Barker was present. All the leaders were present at that. Yombly was part of the COP protest. Yombly is the president pro tem today. Just to name a few. Then protest was good. Now protest is not good. That's a hypocrisy at the highest level.
Thank you. Please, let me hear from you really quick.
Yeah, so quickly, we try to overlook protests in Nigeria because we feel that it does not directly or immediately affect the government. I would say no to that. Protest has an impact. Every protest has an impact on a government. One of the reasons why the former regime left power was because of the many protests that were staged in this country. You may not see the protest action being taking place, or you may not see the action from the protest taking place immediately, but on the international level or at the international level, there is a great impact. Every time the people come out to protest, it sends out a message to the international community I will give you an instance. There was a BBC journalist who was beaten by the police at the SKB. That journalist, that story, some of you follow the story. That young man was maltreated at the SKB sports complex, and everybody was like, "Oh, nothing will come from inside." But I told somebody, I posted something. Because of that young man, there is a serious punishment on this government currently. You may not know, but I know there are things that I'm privileged to know about some of the things that happen in Nigeria. The protest that is coming up in July is going to be managed. The image is going to damage the image of the government. Every protest has an impact. We should not overlook any protest. Whether 5 persons took the streets with placards and they have it on Facebook, do not overlook any protest. Whether they are criminals that are hosting the protest, or whether they are clean hands guys that are coming for the protest, once they are Liberians and they get to the street to protest, that protest will have a negative impact on the government. So we can never overlook any protest. The June 7 protest was one of those protests that brought the former government down. I was in Nigeria, I was never in Liberia, but when we saw the protests and many other protests coming up and other the stories, people taking photos from Gambia, their body, somebody died in Zimbabwe, and you take the photo, you put it on Facebook, and you say President George Weah killed this person, his government killing people. All of those things misled bulk of the people. And those photos, the image out there was so bad and damaging. And that was how the CDC lost its taste. And I'm here to say this thing. So we should not overlook any protest. The July protest that's coming should be taken seriously because it's going to send a signal to the international community.
Thank you. Monk, you want to react before I say something quick and we'll move on, please?
Well, but the brother just said the same thing that I said, but I said in a different way. He said the protest would damage the image of a government. In politics, when your aim is to damage the image of the government, then it means another group should profit, or another group should be rewarded politically. For me, I have seen protest over protest. That's why we don't have results from protest. The reason we engage into protest, like I said, is a matter of choice. It's a constitutional right. Even the people that will jump on the street, it's still a matter of choice. I'm not here to discourage protest, but I live by precedent, especially the faces behind the protest. At a certain point in time, the Council of Patriots become a launching pad for people's political career. The government never changed our attitude, because the main reason you protest so that the government can change our attitude irrespective of who benefit. In the case of Liberia, it's a political jujitsu that when you damage the image of the government, you will score political points. That's why the lack of Moluba Moluni at the end of the protest. That's why I keep telling you, if I were in Liberia, I'm not going to jump in the street behind Moluba Molu launching your protest. I'm not against protest. I am just against the precedent and the intent of a protest. When the intent of your protest is only to score political points by injuring the present government or the sitting government so that you can reward yourself or politically, I'm not going to be part of that. We saw a protest in Kenya recently. Of all the protests that happened around the world, it was the most effective protest. And guess what? Government went to the table, they negotiated, they changed her policy and bowed down to the will of the people. But when you are just jumping on the street, thinking that you can impact the government and damage their image so that you can make yourself relevant again in politics, dude, I'm not going to support that. That's all I'm saying here. So I welcome protests. I mean, the last time I checked, we have more than 43 political parties in Liberia. And Sekou said we shouldn't do anything like an El Clasico. But the question is, where is the Liberty Party? Where is the ANC? Where is the ACOP? Why can't they be the one to lead protests? You want me to go on the banner of a CDC-led protest because they believe?
Okay. Let me just interject.
No,
they will continue. No, I don't want to interject. So you continue.
No, go ahead, Sekou.
Yeah, that's why I have the conversation, Steve. I'm not like trying to shut him down, but I'm going to interject that he will continue to finish his thought. What I'm saying here, first of all, this protest that we have been hearing about is not CDC protest. Beyond that, the guy whose name is now being attached to the protest, Moluba Molu resigned from the CDC government. There is an organization that he is a part of that's supposed to be a pressure group, they call them STAN. This has nothing to do with CDC. Now, because Moluba Molu used to be a part of CDC, that does not disqualify him from being a part of any other Liberian organization or institution. Beyond that, the mindset That's simply because you don't like CDC or you didn't like the way they actually ran their government. You didn't like their policy. You didn't like anything, they did. I was in that position. I wanted the person that really didn't like the CDC. Up to now, I don't believe that George Weah is qualified to be president. Notwithstanding, CDC and Liberians, whatever going on today in Liberia, everybody's suffering. So every Liberian, I believe, should have the right. People have different reasons. Why keep preaching right now? That's not the mindset of other Liberians. Some people's mindset is not about embarrassing the government. Some people's mindset is to send a caveat, to send a message to the government so you can know that we are not a bunch of dummies here. Whatever you're doing to us, we don't like it. Change your behavior towards us. And if you don't do that, if you as government now reply with force, then the protest is, instead of being a peaceful protest, it will turn to be chaotic protest that you government can bring onto yourself in the country. If you provide the police to protect protesters, don't go here, don't go here, don't stone anything, don't vandalize people's property. You there to protect them, so car can run into them. They will protest, they will deliver their message, they will go home. But if you go and attack the people who are peacefully protesting, you're the one as the government now, you are the one that inviting violence. That's how more protests in Africa can end into violence. Then criminals will take advantage of that and do other things. And at the end result, if the country is not stable, I think that's the point Caprice was trying to say. At the end of the day, whenever there's a violence, who started it, how it started, who is behind it, who not behind it, the world and the international community are not going to look at that. The donors, the investors, they're not going to look at that. They're going to say this country is not stable. Nobody will bring their thing to Liberia if it's not stable. Nobody will bring their thing to Liberia if the president cannot respect the Constitution or the Supreme Court. If you bring a business to Liberia, what you depend on is not your country. You depend on the law to protect you. But if the president himself cannot respect the law or the Constitution, what kind of country you have? So that will drive people away from the country, even without protest. But if people protest now to shine light on those lawlessness and unconstitutional behavior coming from the president and other government officials, ultimately it will drive people away from the country. Well, that's the point I'm trying to make. More, you may continue.
Thank you. Mark, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so let me say this really quick. I know everybody has spoken on this. I just have a few concerns. First of all, let me be on the record that I support any protest. I don't know why you keep saying peaceful protest. I support any protest. And I have to say protest might be peaceful, it might not be peaceful. I don't determine that. Because to every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. And if the same army and police people that are writing say they're not getting paid, decide to come out to protect the people that they are not paying, then the citizens should report to them too proportionally. I support that. Oh yes. When people go for protests, you don't determine whether they're going to be peaceful or not. If the people who are in authority to protect the peace behave themselves, it will be peaceful. If you think you will come and brutalize people, then it will not be peaceful. So I don't do peaceful protest, no peaceful protest. Protest that protest. That's the meaning of protest to me. So, I'm encouraging the Liberian people, any opportunity that is given for any Liberian or anybody to speak against the ill in society, in a government, I support it. If there is no ill and you guys decide to go conglomerate yourself because you want political relevance, I'm not part of that. But if there is ill, like what we're seeing in the human government, I could care less who leading the protest. Even the devil come from hell to lead that protest, I will support the devil to lead the protest. You know why? Because Joseph Boakai said he would dance with the devil to be president. So guess what? Me, I will support the devil to hold Joseph Boakai accountable. Oh, the devil in dancing with I think devil I support him to that bad thing. That's bad thing. My only issue is this. My only concern is this. The people who are leading the protest, Molu need to shut him more and sit down. You need to stop going around talking plenty. You need to shut up. Look, let me say this. He acting like Costa there and he won't give son or Costa there. And that is where most people are not trusting and people will become reluctant. If you want to go to meet people in the community and speak with them to mobilize, great. I got no problem with that. Leave the plenty media talking business. Leave it. And don't go to no negotiation with nobody. Protest and protest. No council or churches should call you, you listen to them. No elder should call you, you listen to them. No Zoe should call you, listen to them because they corrupt for them. They're not calling you for the betterment of the country. So that's my only thing. That's my only concern. Besides that, me, I for the product 100,000%. The same role like a him mongela him babu. Just like Bahana power protest. What is happening? And when Joe we had created counter protest, we came on the show and we called them out. We said it was wrong. That behavior was wrong. So what is happening? Also, Joseph Bahana immune to protest. Also, we say, oh, you can protest because that CDC, every CDC over that protest, I will support the CDC. What is wrong with that? Labyrinths? No, me, I'm not in that team there. I'm not inside. The CDC do go, I will support them. The do I will support them. Instead, doesn't mean I can call that job where that me can walk and chew gum. I can call that job where, but as do go, I will talk to do as will be. So I stay with the Moruba Moru and the group that organize the protest. If you're collecting something, your lesson or no, I will post something inside too. Oh yes, who tell you I get time for that thing? I won't be on record. Open the part in the Moja, the creator protest in the country. And they wanted revolution. They wanted to move door. They wanted to move other people. What is happening now? We can protest. We'll protest. Yep. We'll protest. Those of you writing, oh, they come down and whatever. My money can do more than coming down and read that story. Anyway,
so I don't know, Steve. I know we've been deliberating on these important things. Is there a way we can open the line to our people so we can hear from them? We can still have time to come in and talk.
Yeah, most definitely. That was going to be our next course of action so that we can have more time to talk. But I'm saying, those of you who can go down, contribute to the protests. Contribute to the. And we did it for CC. I know what you call it. And the king to power today. I'm a fair man. If I do it for you, I'll do it for the other person. I want anything I'll do for my brother here. Protest is essential. It's needed now and now. People, and if Moruba Monu temper with the protest, we will kind of bring a story outside. And we don't want broadcast that story outside today. Some of you constitution and you hate us.
Yeah.
Because we had a meeting in Ghana. We don't want broke that news here. We told y'all how Natana Mago met with them and how Natana Mago tried to undermine the protest and what was going to happen at the protest. And we said on the show, let Moruba Monu try watching with ego album.
We also told them during the day of protest, all the people that received money.
Yeah, we told them.
We also told you the person that had the money in the pickup, all the people that he went to, we called them into your say, not true. But then when we interviewed Dylan here, I said, do you think the protest was compromised? He said, I heard it and I felt it. You remember that phrase, Steve?
Yeah, what he said, he heard it and felt it. But he collected it.
He was one of the leaders of the protest. We interviewed him on the platform. We asked him, do you think this protest was compromised? Do you think money is changed hands? He said, I heard it and I felt it. So
for that open the land to the Labrador Park, encourage you to protest. If you fail because Joseph Braga lied to you, go protest.
Yep.
If you fail because they burn the Capitol building down, go protest. Don't be afraid of nobody.
All right, so David King already on our back here. Let me see our best to get David King live on the line. David King, good evening.
Good evening, my brother Mipo, and let me say good evening to Mr. Kana and the rest of the guys over there. Mr. Kana, you win my aspiration, and you and Steve, because you cannot say you are a nationalist. Then people are talking about what we're going through here. Maybe for more, he beautifully seated somewhere that his spirit should be. And other Liberians who are here going through the pain. Like Mr. Kana is feeling now, let's see is feeling now. And people are talking about coming out to express that in French. And like Mr. Kana said, Governor Molu resigned from the CDC. This is not a CDC protest. If the CDC as a political institution decide to protest against this government, we will come out and make it known. We will not have to be under somebody's shadow. The CDC never afraid to come out to the Liberian people. But what Molu is doing on that we the people, I think it is something that every Liberian should support. All right? And we are going to put our own resources into this thing to make it work. And like Steve has said, if Molu, they take money, which I know you will not take money. I follow Molu in this country as it relates to protestation in the Manasali administration. He never took money.
All right, thank you so much, David King, to this call. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my dear brother, go ahead.
Let me say good evening to His Excellency President Baka, a panelist. Somebody came back from Brother DC 17. You see, sometimes when people get a mindset to not speak for our country to progress, you also see in the ledger confusion among them. So I want to celebrate the big brother who said he does not subscribe to the issue of Molo and others, protesting in the country only because they were here, they had counter protest, and what was happening in the country for the last 6 years, they saw nothing wrong, but everything was right. They all remember that there were associate judges that were impeached by the CDC and Molu, which of course they wanted to certain senators and made as associate judges in the country. So the issue about Molu and all of on the front page to say they want to protest, it is a constitutional right, but we are asking the question, who is speaking? So we always say, I teach to support all the wrong and support all the right. So one who you must give him must expect the society that you live in. You gotta be a violent speaking of critical issue. You school was turning out bring solution or maybe in the area of your country. You coming out to say Joseph Boga lie to you and become president, you gotta go protest. So Joseph Boga lie is benefiting the people who are also having consistent LSC in the country. He lie benefiting those that are getting road connectivity across the country. He lie benefiting those that are getting water is so that they extend.
All right, thank you so much to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Giver calling from the Buzo Island.
Okay.
I listen to my fellow down from the diaspora, the telephone. When they want to protest, let us bring their children here. Let everyone of us protest.
My man, move away, man. Protest is not about fighting, man. Protest is about expressing yourself.
What you call this? You bring children, like children, but talking. So the woman that you talking. Keep a cost coming 0770203125. Now today protest, some of you see, what they didn't be saying. You don't want to be ambassador for protest? Keep a cost coming 0770203125. That's the number to call. Oh, so all of us can protest today. Wow. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. No, but don't tell people to calm down. No, hello.
Let me make a point. Let me tell you when we go. It's okay.
Go ahead, my young man. Will listen to you, please.
Is that a wrong thing? Somebody say you want protest. So my brother come when coming, you and your children, your wife, everybody come down. You know, you protest for follow behind you. It's good. So you can't be down there tell somebody to protest and he's sitting out over there. So come for you, so everyone protest. When you get in the protest, you and your wife and your children, you're getting the protest. I will join you. Trust me.
All right, thank you. Let me tell you, it's okay. I mean, let me tell you.
Hello, to this caller, go ahead. 0770203125. That's the number
angry.
to call.
They don't want people to stand up for
Hello.
themselves. Well, they will always call in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say good evening to your panelists.
Mm-hmm.
Following the show. This is Philip to our from Radio. You know, we are very sure we have problems because we are going to exercise our constitutional rights. It doesn't require somebody bringing a child or children from whatever areas it is, right? It's about us expressing what we feel like. We are not going to fight, we are not going to combat anybody. We are going to establish peacefully, and through that process, we are going to communicate our message to the international community. So for me, I support it 100%. What will only discourage us is those are the front line that play a particular protest must be there for the just cause. Anything contrary then weaken the essence of the momentum. but we are fully prepared for the protest. On June 7 or July 17, we are fully prepared in Liberia. We are fully prepared. So we say kudos to the brother, the diaspora. When they can come, no problem. When they say anything they can support the protest, we are here to support the patriotic protest. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you to this caller. Good evening. Yes, go ahead, my dear.
Thank you very much. Let's say we need to make it command. You see, maybe let me tell you this country. Joseph Boakai then it's going to pursue this country. It's very wrong. Protest change to what we do. Another time, another thing, another happy to pay. We want to put a big lot of fear. And let me tell you something. Maybe in terms of road conversion, what are they really talking about? For second peer to counter the road column. In terms of road connection, where they want to be at the speed, no anything go to the other side. They say now we will protest. You cannot stay away with that thing. We will protest. No matter what they do, we will still protest. I will not advise it. I will lead us to the protest. They should not go and accept grab and put other people in problem. Even they not go, we will go. There's not finishing problem. Talk about Liberia. We talk about it. We talk our money. We even get our money. They're going to protest. We will protest. Whether it's just a minute, we will not go protest. God bless you.
Thank you so much to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Evan McKill. Are you there?
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening to you, waiting for you.
Yeah, I just want to say, give my contributing quota towards this discussion. Let us start being as if we do not want the law to exist. Article 1 is the actual constitutional rights for people to protest in a very peaceful manner. And let me say this. Why is the wolf cry about for the people to use the constitutional provision? Why should the government cry wolf or other cry wolf? Let me say this. If the Liberian people believe that there are certain things that is wrong, and the people who want to bring in the government to book, meaning to say they want to have a dialogue system, because the government is under all obligation to submit to the people when they come to any aspect of giving their own accountability to the people. And so when the people request to forfeiting that, should it be a quarrel? Look at the action that is going on in the society. Lawlessness. You know what it's leading to? Anarchy. And so if the people want to correct that everybody should respect the due process of law, if that's a crime,
all right. Thank you so much, my dear brother. To this caller, good evening. Hello?
Hello, Memo.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Thank you very much for your show, Memo. What do you do out there? I enjoy your discussion for Omega Market and legacy of former president here. Memo, let me tell you, the whole protest issue, people were not afraid of protest in this country. People fought war in this country. We're not afraid of protest for people to say, oh, I want to lead a protest. Let it be our children. They're not our children feeling the pinch of what we're going through. Remember, we're sitting in this country, kind of tough economic condition. With people talking about protesting to show to the world that their country here, the way the people leading the country is not good for the citizens. The citizens are dying. They are dying. If you then they come out and say people terror that they put terror going through the feet, the fire poster mean I put eating all what I put terror eating it. Like what terror they put go buy you, significant $6,000 get 300 profit our business there. They're taking all the money from the investor. Then they lie and they say poor terror. People terror will not come. We that will go there. We the one feeling the pinch in the country make one. So we got money they are there. They're taking over no control. They're making the power make one. They're not even concerned. They're not even because of president. We are president for Mega. They not even want to make any intervention. Then they come we will go there.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, my dear brother. I think it's July 17th. Hello, to this caller. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, my dear. Go ahead.
My name is Alice's wife calling from Sokune.
Yeah, go ahead, Asik.
Yeah, you know, I just laugh at
thief. One of the panelists thief.
Okay.
He speaks like Jesus Christ. He speaks like everything. But he's saying that you not support any type of protest. But it means that you're not support peaceful protest. So let me tell you, maybe you understand the reason why the government continue to protect the citizens when it comes to protest. During your real time, the people protest are peaceful as compared to the other protests. You cannot be protesting. You say you are a somewhere.
But the people having protest here, so you just concluded that.
Yeah, but we are
No.
But they're not happy. They want to go with peace.
The people having protest here, so please take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back. No, take it back first. The people having protest here.
Yeah, but it's okay. Let me conclude. Take somebody else.
All right. The message go off already. Keep your calls coming. We'll cross over to Muna to take calls.
Yeah,
Hello to this
let
caller.
me
Good evening.
so we can open the line in the diaspora.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I think the question is whether we support the protest or whether protest is necessary. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Listening to you.
Yeah, so then my question is whether protest is violation against the law. If it's not violation against the law, then I think protest is necessary. And then one of the panelists said that he mentioned about not becoming government all the time. I think in the mind of the organizer of the protest, they have given the government a chance to like call in and negotiate, because protest is like maybe it will like put the country on an international scene. It will be looking like the government not doing what it's supposed to do. So I think this government has the opportunity now to call those organizers and negotiate. Thank you.
Thank you. The WhatsApp line too is also blinking back to back. Let me see. Yeah, let me go to the WhatsApp line quickly. I take 1 or 2 calls and I cross over to Muna. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening. I'm Sidewan Jabo calling from Florida State, United States.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us, my dear brother.
Yeah. First and foremost, salam alaikum to our people, Sekou, and the rest of the panel, the Mona in Grand Chile. I have a quick question to say. When the first lady was not feeling too well, they took her to get for treatment. Why nobody complain why they don't carry her to JFK? But when anyone says something concerning the interest of Liberia, you have to be crying that the person might come back, bring the family down. JFK is right there. Ministers they're going to other country for treatment. They can use JFK. You don't have a problem with it too? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. Let me see the other line quickly. I think this is Ali Masare. Good evening.
And hello to all the panelists on the show there. Yes, going to the issue. Maybe you asked a very good question. Most of the time when things are happening in the country, when CDC want to talk, they said they are not the right person. And you ask a question. You said, why can't I serve 12 years and vice president? At the end of the day, he said all of the opportunity they had. But yet we saw him protesting in Liberia. Was he the right messenger at that time? That today when CDC want to do something, they say you people are the right messenger. Or man who served for 12 years and he said there's one opportunities. And he will stop protesting all in our country. Right now, go on Martin Quality page. I sent journalists to Bapuru. They said that the data with the water there, Ali said he spent 250,000. Go on Martin Quality page. You see, those people, nothing they are doing. And when they talk about protest and then they are glittering about protest, you allow the people, Jawa Monse, that protest will be their protest. The reason for me why I say like that is those people, instead of not going to do their protest peacefully, they will be throwing stones, jumping on government properties, and people don't protest like that. Go peacefully and sample. You shouldn't tell us to come down with our family. We will send money to support the protest. During the time you were protesting, you didn't tell us to come down with our family. But because it is unity party, you're telling people to come down. We are not coming anywhere. Our money is better than us coming down. Thank you.
Thank you so much, team. Muna, you have calls. You can take calls, or maybe we'll call back to the team, maybe for them to respond. to some of the.
I get call you.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mona. Good evening to the panelist. You know, it's not quite laughable when we hear people saying, they like people enjoying road connectivity, they enjoying electricity. No, every road that Joseph Boakai is bragging about have been paid for by former President Weah. The Japanese, how do you call it, government gave us money, $25 million. Former public work minister Ruko calling program for the Gabriel Tucker Bridge to support bridge. That road was being paid for. All of the community roads that they are doing, the pavement of Second Street. These are money that were being paid to contractors, and all of the 10 over those are there. So for somebody to be thinking that Joseph Boakai not done against it, he brought a bunch of gangsters to this country. They are stealing for us on a day-to-day basis. But we are talking about coming out to express our infringement. Then somebody want to tell people, say, bring your children down. That children not coming nowhere. That wife will not come anywhere. He will spend that money and will deal with Joseph Boakai politically. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. 081 14 35 04 07 76 105 105.
So in the meantime, those who want to call from diaspora, you can call me. When you call me, we'll interrupt. So Mon, go ahead. I mean, you call it. Muna, continue. Once I got a call here from the diaspora, then we'll
okay. 081 14 35 04 07 76 105 105 081 14 35 04. Good evening. Caller, you're live. Good evening.
Good evening.
Name and calling from where?
I'm calling from Panelist.
Let's hear you.
Talk about the what they call us is investing. Let it come down with their web, their children, they didn't send money. When they want to put that, let it come with their web, their children, they eat on all that would be beyond.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right. Muna, okay. Muna, after that, I got a call.
Go ahead, can I go ahead and see you? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's take a few calls from here. So, caller number 1, 440 number. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, Sego.
You're live.
Oh, okay. This is Gabriel Jaden calling from Ohio.
Go ahead.
Yes, Sego, you know the thing I don't understand with Liberian people? Boakai came with an agenda, a arrest agenda. You people listen to Boakai when he did all his travel. Why did he get nothing? The project, I don't know if Boakai is continuing with John Weah project or their own project. But Boakai said the people are saying the shooting protest. The people in the country suffering, but Boakai was able to get himself $1.2 million car. Boakai was able to succeed in breaking our constitution by breaking his own speaker, breaking the constitution by buying yellow machine without legislature approval, putting our citizens down because why? They are working, they were in the previous government, but he forgot to know that his children were working in the previous government. So the citizens need to protest because Boakai, if it does not take time, Boakai will rig the election because he don't respect the constitution, he don't respect the Supreme Court of Liberia. It will not take time. We are creating an Idi Amin and Dada in Liberia.
Thank you.
Boakai is very brave. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. They call up Boakai trying to be a dictator. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from? 202 number.
Good afternoon. This is
Breakable Power. Go ahead. You're live on Sktv.
Thank you for sure. No, more. I'm not surprised about you, more. I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised. Listen.
My man, you call to tell your own, you call to attack more.
But man, I told my own back.
Okay.
I want to talk more.
Yeah, but we're not giving you a chance to attack anybody else. You're
I'm not talking more. Y'all want to listen more. Listen. Dude, there are people that you're talking about. They were in government for 2 terms. Every time, they're trying to go for. The people talking about, they were there, 1980, for the 5 years, they made in government. This is the name we're discussing about. That 1980 correct. Somebody that went in government for 6 years. How you with the government that's running the country? You talking about, oh, yeah, no moral? When you talk about moral, who have moral? Who are in government? They don't have no moral. You can't look at somebody because somebody was in government for 6 years. He said, nah, no moral. The government, less than 2 years. You see what they're doing in our country? You saw what they're doing? You saw what they're doing. But you want to talk about Mama Moral and no moral. Apart from that, Mama Moral, now you was in the government. Mama Moral was chairman for a party. You ain't even was in the government. The bank have right to speak on any other issue.
Thank you, sir.
They said no. They could just go down.
Thank you. I got to take the next caller. Thank you so much. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Mr. Connor, this is Teddy Tail Lion. You're calling from Fargo, North Dakota.
Teddy Tail Lion, you're calling from Fargo, North Dakota. Go ahead.
Yes. Thanks for accepting the call. It's very important to let our people know that, go to protest against such a government that very, very, peculiar, with strange behaviors, and when I look of things, the way you see the president bought, he spent almost $1 million to buy that gun-proof car. The Liberian people should read between the lines to know that and get ready, you don't let them be, vigilant about this autocratic leadership and this president to buy such a car, which means he's not going to listen to anything about the people. And they're just the beginning to make people angry, to get ready to protest and more protestations. This president already bought a car that he will protect himself in. That's why he bought that car for. That's the purpose he bought that car for. To tell you that he's not going to listen to Liberian people. He's going to be very, very stubborn, a dictator. He's going to just ignore Liberian people. All what happened with the speaker and all that, everything about us. This president going to put us into a very serious problem. We are getting into a serious problem. And we need to be together and protest and see how best the rest of the world will help us through this. Thank you,
my brother. Thank you. So yes, I'll keep your calls coming in. Muna, go ahead. The ones you have.
Okay. Good evening. Cora, you there? Good evening.
Hello.
You are live. Name and calling from where?
Yeah, you are on our Montana attorney from Sktv-Lib.
Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you. When I hear when people are talking on air about Joseph Baga, President Joseph Baga, Baga not doing nothing. The meaning that they are hoping that they destroy this country. Will continue to work in this country in the law. What the government passed. It's not only for United Parties, it's for everybody. You hear me? So that people that who don't know their ethics that didn't want to talk again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. So can I go ahead?
So we don't know ethics, but we don't know. I don't even know the law that government passed. So the man is right. That my own ethics didn't go that far. The law that the government passed enough for United Party. What kind of law the government passed?
Hey, I almost even ask. Muna, why you didn't ask the caller? What kind of law?
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're not allowed the man to market his own level, so it's okay.
I don't know what kind of law we gotta know, Mr. Kane. Yeah, we gotta ask that somebody technical question, please.
In the party for
I mean, man say the law the government passed enough for the party.
It was in the party.
Marcel, we are confused. So.
Yeah, but the man say we don't know anything.
Which one is that? Which one?
To make it confuse everybody.
Let's get reactions from the team.
The message the law they pass, and that was easy enough for the party and law they pass for the two parties.
What kind of law they may talking about? Maybe he's on a chat room and he's just trying. Maybe he's trying not to give us some information.
I mean, maybe the government pass on a law we don't know about. Hold on, let me take one last call on you.
All right, well, let me see. I got calls here.
Okay,
go ahead, Mr. Kane.
Caller, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, you're alive.
Yeah, my name is Musa Toure.
Musa Toure, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Philadelphia, PA.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to ask you guys. So whatever the old man is doing right now, you want to say everything that Jovia job, or he did everything? I'm very confused.
We didn't say that.
No, because people coming out to say they want to go to demonstrate or what, have a right or whatever. But we in America, we are seeing what is going on in Liberia. We are seeing farm is being activated. We see road work. We see everything. Is it about jealousy?
So, Musa, let me ask you. So, we in America here now, we seeing better. We know better. We feeling better than those who are living in it.
No, it's just few people that say it's bad, because whatever they are saying there, you will find only a handful of people who are complaining. Okay. Because I know it's not going to be fun at the same time. It will have to take time. Okay. In 2 years' time, you see the massive development that is going on in Liberia. They want to complete just 2 years.
Massive development, Musa.
Yes, you will see a lot of
development. Let me finish. We can talk about it later.
We massive development.
I'm done. So I want to tell you guys the right is some.
Okay, Musa, Steve, just for the purpose of our people, say you are in America here.
Yeah,
you know a lot. Can you point to 5 different development that massive development? You point to 5, not a lot.
No, I don't ask them a question. Can I beg you? Can I ask them one question?
Yes, for the erection of 2 large portraits that have been built in Liberia.
Large what?
And we see the portrait, the chicken egg.
Chicken portrait?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
You want me to name some? You still want me to go ahead?
I said 5. You don't say.
How much is one egg now?
Rest production. There are massive farming that is going on right now in Liberia. When it comes to swamp farming, government is making funds available for people to go and do swamp farming. That is going on. That's one. Roads is going on. At least we can attest these things.
Where?
And he said where? Where? Which one? Where?
No, the road thing.
Oh, come on now.
I think the name 5.
You see the Douala Road. That is at work right now.
Okay.
Then you can see the road going to
Okay, 2 more.
I don't want to ask my question.
Yeah, let me tell you 2 more. Please, let me see 2. What are you laughing for? The man laughing is there.
Like in Grand Gita, we are about to they revamp that the airport there. The local airport there, we are about to revamp that.
Oh, there must be development going on. Okay, all right. Musa, thank you. Still want to ask you a question. Go ahead.
Musa,
what's the question?
Musa.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for calling on the show. But my question to you, all the massive development are going on. What did you say about getting the money for?
No, but the problem here, as we say, government is continuity. The problem is all the development. Like somebody argue with me concerning the Lofa Road. The Lofa Road became so political. It became so political. They kept that road. They refused to work on that road. Or Seditian argue with me that Jovia was the one that
Thank you. Thank you, Musa. Nobody respond.
K, please want to ask you a question. Go ahead, K.
So thank you, Brother Musa. So I want to know how much is 1 egg now in Liberia? The cost of 1 egg currently with the 2 portraits we talk about. The 2 portraits.
Already. The problem here, we have to like the government is working on things. Things will not remain the same price. As I told
you. I'm coming, please.
Let me ask you, maybe want to know the price of 1 egg right now.
It could be $50.
It could?
No, it could be. Now it could be. I'm coming. We saw a few days ago. We saw a few days ago.
It must be $50.
Egg is $50 Liberian, and we saw the factory open already. They are packaging the egg. They are sending it out already. I don't know where that egg is going, whether the egg is for Liberians or for foreign countries. I don't know. But the egg in Liberia is $50 Liberian. So what's the impact? You can't boast of factory. You can't boast of anything that the people are benefiting from. Egg is $50 Liberian. Very costly. So the people are still suffering.
Musa, thank you. Musa, thank you so much.
Just give the government a chance. Don't start running the street.
All right. Musa, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Well, you know one thing I appreciate from him before we respond to the callers. One thing I appreciate from him, he used the word government is continuity, but in the same sentence when he first started, he said why people complaining that everything Joseph Boakai is doing is from the previous government. So which way, if government continued, then that does not mean that the previous government started when? Where Joseph Boakai getting money from? You see, but let's get to our responses from the callers, the other callers. Let's start with Monk. Monk, what say you for the callers?
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same a classical, no matter how you furnish it or how you try to paint it. The one thing that I know, I say your right to protest is a fundamental constitutional right. It's an inalienable right. I don't care about your protest. For me, when I'm engaging into a protest, I just want to know the intent. And in the case of Liberia, it's a whole different thing. You want to injure the sitting government for political purposes, and you always want to send a message to international community. You can hear that. When they think about protest, they don't even think about themselves. They think about international community. We are the only country in the world with such a mentality. The whole idea that Moluba Molu with a pressure group and all that for me to buy. That's why I keep saying maybe these are some of the reasons we don't get results from protests, because the faces behind the protest says a lot. Moluba Molu never had a job in CDC government, but he was the chairman of a ruling party. The last time I checked, it was Moluba Molu in order that were distributing resources, paying people to go into communities, whether it was the Rufus Nouvelle, whether it was the how they call her, or how they call the lady, former culture ambassador, talking about protests bringing war to Liberia. To have such a man coming over a protest in the name of a pressure group. Look, my brother, the one thing I know about life is about choice. You can choose what you want to do in life. I'm not going to listen to that. You can go and protest. Or I am saying, and some people making comparison between the Council of Patriot. The Council of Patriot protest was not even a protest. It was a petition. 14 bullet points telling the we are government, this is what you're doing, and you got to look at this. Whether it was Jonathan Pelele, the suppression of the press, whether it was violating public procurement law, whether it was violating the financial management law, whether it was about awarding contract to CTN, the CPP carried a documented 14 bullet points. And I bet you if Georgia had even implemented just 40% of that 14 bullet points, of those points, maybe he would have been elected president today. But like I said, this protest is not spontaneous. It's not about telling the government to do something differently. It's all about scoring political points, and that's what you're going to get at the end of the day. We will be right on the show. There will be no result. The government will not change the way how they're doing business because, like I said, the faces behind the protest and the intent will not give you the result that you want. Because either way you try to twist it, there are two objectives: send a message to the international community and score political points. That's it. I'm done, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Pierre Prince, what say you?
Yeah, thank you. You know, Steve, one of the callers talked about the government negotiating with the protesters. And I think a protest should not be negotiated. Any protest that is negotiated is already, you know, a criminal protest, which means it does not have a good intent. So I will advise the group that is organizing this protest, Moluba Molu and the rest of the people, do not negotiate with government. Do not allow government to negotiate with you to exercise your right, because it is your right to come out and assemble. So negotiating with a particular group of people who want to come out to exercise their right, to advocate and speak to their government to do the right thing, I think that group should not go to any negotiation. This is the same thing the COP did. And this is why history is judging the COP, because they followed some negotiation. They were into some kind of discussions behind the scene. And that's why that protest, even though it brought a damaging image to the former government, but it did not yield fruit immediately, especially directly to the people. So we want to say the current group that is organizing this protest should not go into any negotiation, remain on your point, be focused, and do the people's work, because it is your right to gather.
Thank you so much. Mona, what say you?
As we gotta go, protest is not a bad thing. So what happened here June 7? We can control the protest and thing, the leaders, the people going to the street and result of receive money. Then we say the same thing. The same thing is coming again. But those that lead the protest, if they will go about to receive money, we're gonna shame them. Because we don't want to happen when the time we put the people on the street, at the end result they receive money, and then we stay in the scene 7 and 6. We stay dragging with it. It's not a bad thing, but if anything come up behind fishes, we're gonna shame them. For me, I'll do that. So let me say main things. All the callers, the listeners, supporters, followers, always been there. for Sktv. I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful week. And until then, Muna like me. I'll catch you guys Monday. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. I don't know if Mr. Kane is there to give his parting comment. Yeah, Mr. Kane.
No. Muna, we can't throw a win and go. Next time we're gonna make sure everybody stay here. Everybody talk their own. Then we go. But it's okay. Muna, maybe tell your sister next time. When she will talk, on level wait, level put their own too. So other people can
And especially on the weekend like this, on the Saturday at least, 5 or 10 minutes that should be given to us. But anyway, thank you. Go ahead. I'll talk to her.
Yeah. So Steve, everybody, let me tell you thank you. You know, we expect what we heard. We have mixed reactions. We have people who are expressing their anger, not at the people who are corrupting the country, not at people who are stealing our money, but at us who are pointing to the flaws of the government and the government officials. And they are not doing it simply because we are doing the wrong thing. They are doing it because they want to prove themselves. They want to defend their government. They want to defend their vote. They want also, some of them are doing this so that the government officials can listen to them, can hear them, either get a job or protect their job they already have. We understand. So I think my kids are giving me hard time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kane. I'll leave it with you. But let me say this. I want to be on the record. I support protests. I'm not here to say peaceful protest, non-peaceful protest. I don't got time for that. I'm not putting no adjective to it. I believe if the government misbehaves, the people should stand up to them. I've always said it and I stand by it. The government holds the responsibility for the peace and the people. A responsible government will behave responsibly and allow the people to express themselves. An irresponsible government will want to create challenges and dictatorship. I'm saying, if the government acts stupid, the people should act stupid. Oh yes. Nobody should go. Oh, yeah, let's go pray. Hopefully the protest will be okay. Yeah, let's go pray. We don't need to pray. The government needs to behave. The government needs to behave, and everything will be fine. That's it. The government needs to behave, and everything will be fine. I want to not hard thing. Once you behave yourself, that you don't want everything to lose. When you get everything to lose, you who live in glass house, you don't throw stone. That's what we can say in Liberia. When you live in glass house, you don't throw stone. That other idiot that been writing all day, I don't need my son, calm down, you're not ready again, gone. We don't support idiots. We don't support fools on the platform. When you're foolish, carry somewhere else. Say you want to come down, you earn it down there, go there and be there. You don't need to be on the platform. So, I mean, unless he come back with different name, I know who is that. And he came out with a new blagging. He's a fool. We probably can come on the fools there. We can let you know exhibit foolishness that will let you go. So he going again. He will come out again with another name. You know the next name he will come out with? Maybe he will come out with Lofa son or Lofa Peking. Come. And he left from the you go Lofa. Come. Anywhere you go will be on you. And you will say Guanu need used to be misbehaving and will let you want to go. It will black you. You went change to Nima son. Come back tomorrow again will say Guanu. We'll let you go again. But bon, it's on you folks. Let's have a good night. Let's enjoy ourselves. And that's it.
Yes, indeed. So, in closing, like I said, my brother, I think this government should be ambassador when it comes to protest instead of the government, maybe quote unquote intimidating people when it comes to protest. And also, those of you who are calling battle, but let me tell you, protest may not only be seen as maybe national scene or so forth, even in your community to where you live. Maybe there are so many things ongoing in your community that you don't like. It is your right to protest and tell your community leadership that indeed these things are going on. We don't like these things, so we want the right thing to be done. But you know, this country, like somebody said, that indeed when we on the other side, we think that what we're doing is good. Some of us, we were here doing the June 7 protest, and we talk and we say what we could say because what that was the right of the Liberian people. So how come today now? Just somebody just talking about protest. Some of you are calm down. And we were here also when people were controlling you. Some of you now, what have you called it? You were controlled 100% by people. Someone was sitting in a lab type room, for controlling some of you here back to back. But today, because other Liberians thinking about coming out, you are now, Mr. Karen, tell us again, you are now acting like, in fact, the whole world is about to fall, or maybe so. No. Give people the right to freely associate and to freely disassociate. That's all we are saying. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Karen, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to end the statement I was making. Those of you who are angry because we are telling people that protest is their right, we are not forcing anybody to go protest. We're just telling you it is your right. You can choose to go, you can choose not to. I mean, that's what democracy is all about. Beyond that, the right you have to protest, other people have the right not to protest. Nobody forcing anybody to go protest. Besides, if you make comparison between Jowea government and this government, it was wrong for Jowea or for CDC party to organize a counter protest. But Jowea as Jowea government, they allow you people to protest. They allow other people to collaborate to protest. To be honest with you, June protest happened. The compromising of the protest came from the organizers themselves. Let me be clear with that. They use money, they use connections, they use everything in their arsenal to kill the protest. But at least they allow you to protest. And the problem we have with them was the idea of counter-protesting or the fact that they could not listen to the demands of the protesters. That's why the government is down. That's why the government is out. So, to the Baga government telling you, say, if you go on the street, we'll arrest you. What are you talking about? The Minister of Justice is threatening to arrest people if you go on the street without a permit. You go on the street on June 7th, nobody arrested you. You organize multiple protests. In fact, the group that is part of Unity Party government right now, the so-called, I don't know, freedom, money, freedom, whatever, freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter, or even passing back to back.
Economic freedom fighter.
Yes.
They the ones started the protest for bringing back our money, the $16 billion. And they were in the vanguard of all other major protests, including students from the University of Liberia. What am I trying to say here? As long you are part of this government, you protest yesterday, but you think protest is bad today, that's a hypocrisy. You got to stop that. And also stop making it to look like as if to say protest is a bad thing. Start lying to the people, say protest means war. If you are not performing, you are not abiding by the rule of law, you are not, if you stop corruption, nobody will be, bothering you about protest. But because you're not doing the right thing, you're not respecting the laws, you are not protecting your citizens, you are not protecting our money, you're protecting our money, you're stealing from the country. That's why Liberian people said there's a need to erect a checkpoint so that this government can stop stealing from our people. So you don't want people to protest, stop doing bad things. Respect the Constitution, respect the rule of law. Stop sponsoring corruption. Even the fight in the House of Representatives right now is sponsored, organized by the government themselves. Who does that? So don't make it look like as if the protest is a bad. Oh, bring your children, bring your wife. Nobody tell you say more. Nobody tell you say you're supposed to take your wife and children to go on the street. We're not telling you to do that. Those who feel the need, who saw the need, who think that it's necessary to protest, they have the right to do so, and that's what we are saying here. We are not forcing you to take your children to go there or your wife. Those who want to do it, allow them to do it. You don't have to go there. So if you and your wife, you're eating your good food, everything happy, good where you are, so be it, that's fine. But nobody forcing you to take your children there. Oh, we'll follow you. You are not even with all family there, you will not follow because you're a bunch of chicken who trying to scare people around. The people say, oh, they don't go. When you go on the protest, they will do this, they will do that. Nothing will happen to anybody. That's the people right. I just want to say that. Maybe thank you, Kiprish, thank you, my brother, and Steve.
Yeah, man, Mr. Khaled, thank you. But you don't know everything actually with the internet every time. You can't. You know how many of our
the time June 7 protest happened. The time June 7 protest happened. Joseph Boakai had you in it. Katumu Boakai were there.
What kind of is this?
Look, Moruma Moru will lead a protest. Who will protest? If the protest lead to anything like lead to it, what happened? What was we worried about? We would not fight what all we want scared. What they we not want fight war. We not want. You're not fight war before. You can't be afraid. The people who never do it before, they don't want you to be afraid. You all lead people who will protest. Anything a little like little. And that Joseph minister that said he will arrest everybody. Well, I guess they get prison for everybody in the country. So let him get ready to arrest everybody. In fact, the security they said will join us. Let him leave it. They will join us. If the justice minister try, the security will arrest him.
I don't know about that.
They want to say something quickly?
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you again. Let me just use these 3 seconds to.
It's okay. I wanted to go back. I want to be
to Honorable Musa Assambility, who is doing a massive kind of development in our country. The fellow from America who talked about government is developing the country. Let me tell you that the only development that the people see, that I see, and that many people are following in this country is the one that is done by Honorable Musa Assambility. So there is nothing else you can say about that.
My man, no, wait. You know that you see it.
No, I just want to appreciate.
Hold on, Steve. If you let, you can come talk about your unity party. If you let, you can talk about your ANC.
I'm watching you now. Watch
the man. A lot of men to talk, man.
Let me appreciate Honorable Musa Assambility, the political leader of the CNC. I love his vision for this country, and especially the vision that has to do with rebuilding, because Liberia has to be rebuilt. This country was never organized from the beginning. The infrastructure and the kind of plan, the building plan of this country was full. And so with the kind of mind that he has about rebuilding the nation, about how we redesign the layout of the country. I'm following him, the bridges, he's building the hospitals.
Oh, man, slow down. Listen. You won't bring all in the show.
Steve, you got to behave. Otherwise, I will take you to the because it seems like neighbor, it looks like Steve that undercover ANC. Yeah, suspecting Steve to be undercover ANC because the man got it right. You want to talk about ANC here, you're free to do it. So why
you never be here?
So let me just
you know what?
So
hold on. Ambassador Kiprish. You just tell Steve interrupted. You start over. I want you everything.
Conclude.
No, let me start over because every time you interrupt the man.
So let me say a big thank you to Honorable Musa Assambility. I have been following him across the country with the kind of a wave of development across the nation. As a single person, a representative, somebody who just took power, not just a few days ago, who has not even, like, there is nothing much, but he uses his own money, his own income, his own ability and everything to impact the lives of our people. So when we are talking about development in Liberia, infrastructure and whatever in the academic area, medical sector, I have seen a lot of things that he has done. And let me just say public to say thank you to him. And I'm very sure he will hear this. And I want to say thank you to him. I'm speaking to him, and with the many voices across Liberia, people who have been reaching out to us, asking us, telling us thank you, to reach our message to him, to extend their thank you to him, and for the kind of work he's doing across the country. We want to say thank you to Honorable Musa Assambility. Let him keep it up. Liberia will be great one day, and we believe that The kind of leadership that will build this country is coming very soon. Thank you.
If you talk more time, the more come again.
No, but you take it airtime. You take it away airtime. Yeah, but you take it airtime. You take airtime like that.
And now I know that Steve is a hero.
I conclude that.
I got follow-up question.
As a matter of fact, let me say this. Tomorrow, I know tomorrow.
See, the man.
Hold on, because tomorrow is Sunday. Maybe Mabel will not be on. Maybe Mabel will be on. But I will try to make sure somebody will be on in the radio because tomorrow, me, Ambassador Caprice, and some officials of CMC will be here tomorrow to talk about CMC. Tomorrow. Beyond that, you're listening now. Let me talk my own. I'll finish, you can talk. Beyond that, when we are on our regular show, you all let you bring your CDC people there. You all let you bring your ANC people there. You all let you bring your Unity Party people there. You will not stop us from talking about our CMC. We'll talk about the general issue. We'll talk about anything we want to talk about. When it comes to promoting our party, talking about the good things of our country, the party that is poised to change Liberia. You don't want to talk about that, then you are a hater. But you have the right to come here and talk about associate with any other political party. You want to talk good thing about them, but you can't stop us.
Mr. Kane,
our party.
Mr. Kane, I agree with you. Let me agree with you that nobody will be stopped. But let me also agree that if people coming to promote the political party on our regular show, when we have not invited you, or when you are our guest panelist and you want to overshadow our regular show, no.
Yeah, no, don't be looking at comment. Why you call overshadow? Overshadow me when the process is ongoing, then you come and take away. That's overshadow.
No, what I'm saying,
after the show, we're leaving.
Yeah.
How is that overshadow?
Our show still running. Our CMC, our show still running.
Oh, so we got a right to mention CMC?
No, you got right.
Yeah,
but they make it
every 2 minutes.
Okay, so we can charge you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no
problem.
We're
not got problem. We can tell the public we charge you.
But we got it right.
No, you got it right. Nobody will suffer anybody right, and I want to agree with you 100%. In terms of the right, I don't have a problem.
We give the same right to other people too. Why you can't try and do your own?
Who?
You are the CDC people and ANC people then.
No. I'm not part of no political party. What I'm saying is,
just saying.
What I'm saying is,
I'll call you all opposition party then. Even you don't have party, you can't to tell your own. You can come.
I personally have not decided to join a party.
You made time to talk about any party you want to talk about.
I never decided to join a party.
You are still leaning towards Unity Party.
No.
Steve, I was not actually promoting a party. I was talking about appreciating an individual who is a representative and for the development he's doing across the country. That's just all. So I was not promoting a party. I know the show is not about promoting a party.
Yeah, but why you can't talk about Sktv the show and starting the program, starting Sktv. You know what point?
Everybody will follow up tomorrow. CMC will be here tomorrow. And
folks.
We'll be talking about our party. We'll be giving you a lot of information that you don't know about CMC.
So when the people come, they can ask questions too, right?
The line will be open. That's the purpose of coming, actually. We're here to answer any question or concern you have about CMC. And we're not going to be offended by any question as long as you are talking about the issue.
Thank God, I let it find that our regular show day, you decide that you'll pick a different day to do your CMC thing, which is good. You never know, because why you treat someone who not in no party, maybe we could gravitate towards us so you're loyal for us when you're talking to us.
Yeah, but you are coming from now on. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'll be buying a tie and meat for you.
Hey, listen, now you're discussing the issue. Now you are, see? Now you're discussing the issue.
No, I will also buy the guy where in the Brookable Power, the CDC legend. I'll buy him.
Yo.
We buy the man to finish so I can buy him at me at time and we have conversation, serious conversation, and show him the documentation, the constitution of the state.
Okay.
Just to bring him over.
But you see, Mr. Cannon, you are heading in the right direction now for a prosperous end. You are headed in. Look, you are speaking political languages now. Don't drag us everywhere.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask the ambassador because yesterday I can say we called Steve and my sister Mona. They were on the ambassador about a song. I don't know whether there will be remakes to the song, maybe because Mona keep asking, but then Mona already left. I said, well, maybe you planning on doing another song.
So before hold on, Ambassador, just a second. Before Ambassador can come on, let me announce to you and the general public that tomorrow there's a new anthem. Not a national anthem, talking about our own anthem for TMC. It's been produced, it's out, and we're going to play it tomorrow before the start of the show tomorrow. And this anthem, before the CMC political leader or chairpersons, anywhere before when they go anywhere in a major program, that anthem will play before they speak. And again, it was produced by Capri and a group of musicians. Not one person is very big, is very, it's the best that I ever listened to. But you will play it tomorrow and you'll hear it. So go ahead, sir, and answer your question.
Okay, so thank you, Leon. Actually, we have, everything has time. As I said yesterday, Liberia was at a crucial point. In 2023, there was a serious darkness over the country at the time, and we saw the need to come in to rescue or to save our country from going down. And that was a major reason that song came about, the George Weah song. It was not intended to fight George Weah or to put Joseph Boakai in power. No, it was intended to save Liberia at that point, because we saw that if George Weah, Ambassador Weah, refused to leave office, by this time Liberia would have been like something else. So that song came to actually save this country. And truly, he listened to us. The former president listened to the song. And he told me personally, looking at me, he said, the song was gone. He said, you didn't make a mistake to do this song. I'm so happy to meet you today. And I know that the song has brought hope to this country. And it was because of that song. It was because of that song that you see the former president even considered defeat early. He went to the current president, and said, sir, I'm turning over to you. Congratulations. Because we said he should go. We were not saying go because you are not competent. We are not saying go because you're killing people. George, you have been killing body. I don't have any evidence on him. The only thing I know is that there were people who were killing people in this country. There were all kinds of things happening in this country, and everything was placed on his head. So that song came to just save him and to save the country. And he peacefully left the office. That was why when he left the office, the first award you saw him, he got a very big award as an icon of peace. The first president. In fact, he's the highest in terms of all of the leaders across the world. President George Weah received the highest honor, the most peaceful president. So I gave him credit for that. So that song was just intended to save Liberia, and thank God that he listened to us. He left the office. Let Joe Boakai use that song to come to power. That I did not have control over. But let me go to your question. Doing a second song, currently I'm not doing that. I'm not singing political songs. By the way, let me just break this news. I'm also coming in 2029. I'm also coming in by the grace of God. I'm just giving you a gist of what will be going on. I'm just giving you something. So I am not going to be singing for political parties. I'm not going to be song. I write music. I write anthems. I am a writer. I have a whole music company, a whole music studio, international studio that I have. So any party that want to work with my company, with my studio to do some work for them, we have a lot of musicians on our record label who can work and produce songs for that party. And, so that is it. I'm not actually doing a song, again for any political party, because we are actually on another level now where we want to advocate for our people to see how we can serve our people.
I told you,
yeah, so gotta go. Good night.
They made another one that sent the song, but that one was produced by them, and it's very, very good. He wrote the song, and then the anthem, and then the people, the musician, and came and really performed very nice. It's very, very beautiful. So we'll be playing it tomorrow, and Labrampo will hear it.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Hopefully somebody will be here tomorrow. Yeah.
Melbourne, start rushing for you now. So the man say you can produce music or whatever it is. So they're producing music, you get to hear we not in politics, you can produce music for all too.
The company produces music for everyone, whether private people, private sector, anywhere, anything you want to do, the jingles or whatever. We have a whole team that work for us and do. So it's there.
Okay, I think I need to produce my own song now. I need to produce a song too. So every time I come on the show, Melbourne can play before I come on the show.
Yeah, and in fact, somebody also recommending to you, my brother. I don't know whether you seen that comment. So maybe the person said they want you to do one song.
Steve, you know, Steve, I you know what?
No.
If you guys think this is a joke, you know, I can feel for so Liberian. Because CMC, telling you about CMC, anthem now, is a I can feel from something. You equate to the CMC?
No.
It's not a very disrespectful.
No. But Mr. Kane, what are you doing? There's a proposal.
Yeah. Because we talk about CMC now, you know, like one stupid guy in Liberia, I don't want to call his name right now. He called himself a political commentator. When CMC was funded, he started talking about, he thought it was a joke. I come from my own party, Kasongo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I told him exactly why it was. I told him he's a fool. He's not a serious man, he's a hypocrite.
But we started the discussion yesterday. You didn't came on with a CMC conversation, though. Everything that might be about CMC, Mr. Kane, I think this is wrong. I think this is offensive. And you're attacking me personally for this. You're putting this to CMC. We started our conversation yesterday with all CMC. Before CMC could.
Yeah, but
we're talking about things around here. So everything cannot surround CMC. And it can be about CMC. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong.
No, but I'm not saying. No,
because I made a joke with this guy. Do you know how long we've been joking with the man saying yesterday for you to equate this to CMC?
You can get if you want. You know me. I don't
how does this conversation surround
CMC? I'm not telling you exactly. You know, anybody on the radio or anywhere.
No, Mr. Kane, that's not fair. No, this is not fair. It needs to stop. You can't do that. This is not fair. It needs to stop. You can't do that. Because every time someone says something, when you say something about CMC, you attack people directly and try to demean them for CMC. CMC is not the end of the word.
CMC is the beginning of a better Liberia.
Well, that's fine. You can say that. But everything can be about CMC because my conversation is in not like trying to disrespect CMC or demean CMC. Why would I do that?
Okay. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Right. Maybe thank you very much. So, Mr. K, please, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Folks.
And then we'll be here tomorrow. So I will talk. Other leaders of CMC, we'll get them and we'll come here and we'll discuss the CMC tomorrow. We'll be able to answer the people's questions tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if we can get the Secretary General on and also some of our chairs, leaders in the diaspora and everywhere else. So we'll definitely, be here tomorrow to answer all the questions from the people. Again, I don't like everyone want to say something before we go. My man, you little. How can you come in when we're leaving?
Well, listen, I got a question before you leave.
Go ahead.
All right. Again, guys, great show. Simple. This CNC thing here, my man. I don't know what's the position, but
my position. Okay, let me tell you before you proceed.
When I say fourth product, when I say fourth product, my man, this is fourth product. You are defending CNC to take a day, but you still talking about that.
Yeah, no, but let me say this.
Okay.
You say you don't know the position.
No, I said your position in terms of.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm coming to tell you now. In terms of leadership.
Right, I appreciate it.
I am the vice chair for operation for the entire United States and Canada.
Oh, okay, diaspora. Okay, all right.
So cool. I'm not just anybody. I'm also one of the originators of CMC.
Okay.
I didn't join the party. And for those who have been saying Musa Military Party, they don't know what CMC is all about. CMC is different from regular political parties in Liberia, where it is an individual. I've never been part of any political party in Liberia before. This is my first, and I'm one of the people who established this party. This party because we need an alternative in Liberia, not just the CDC and the Unity Party that failed the country for the past decade.
Yeah, no, but I think it's a good thing to do that when you talk about when it comes to the topic of CNC, it's always good to remind the people your position and what capacity you are speaking in. That's a good thing. But real quick to Ambassador K. Prince. If I vividly recall when he produced the George Weah Gold song, and during his first visit to Liberia, I think there was some remorseful comment that he made. That when I saw him, he released a video where he visited the park and other areas at the time during George Weah, by then President Weah was still president, in fact. And he said, I think I heard he stated that they were misled in the diaspora. And things that he's saying now under the Weah government, I think in a way he stated that he regretted singing the song to portray Weah as somebody that was not doing anything. So I'll just left for him to clarify that for the good of because I think.
But I don't know. I don't know if you have time. Can we do that tomorrow? We'll come in because we gotta go now. The show finished.
Okay.
We can do that. We can do that tomorrow.
Yeah. If he come here and he throw light on it tomorrow.
Definitely, he's gonna be here.
Okay.
All right, Ebi. Thank you so much, brother. My brother, we'll see tomorrow.
All
right. Good night, everybody.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We searching for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here the promise of them. So welcome and life with African.
I live for Master. Clay Paris, who make you, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my yamu. And yes, I know money, the more I know. And you love me, the more I know.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't flee ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't flee ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise from best. The world with my life with us, yeah. From Grandpa to Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, to San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.